sister, and I think he's kind of hot. But I do just want to say that I had no idea that these women were lesbians, and after tonight, it's over. It's done. I'm not hanging out with them anymore, but it kind of works for this. So, like Ryan said, my name is Chris, and obviously I'm kind of shy and just a little bit, you know, well, as you can tell, I dress a little bit conservatively. I don't like to draw attention to myself, and it's just the way that I am. So I'm from Richmond, Indiana. Anybody here ever heard of Richmond?
Yeah!
Yeah. Well, Richmond is a hotbed of activity. If you're a drug dealer driving from California to New Jersey. Yeah. I'm not sure why everybody takes I-70 over to New Jersey. But, you know, wouldn't you think, as a drug dealer, you know, you're driving, you've got 42 pounds of marijuana. You guys will be onto this. The high ones over here. 42 pounds of marijuana, 5-gallon bucket of heroin, and $37,000 in cash. Don't you think that you would slow down just a little bit? Or maybe get that taillight fixed? Nope. I'm telling you, every day in our paper, there's an article about, oh, somebody was stopped. Oh yeah, believe it or not, they had a bunch of drugs. We found a bunch of stuff. It's crazy. It's Richmond. That's all I can say. So, yeah, Richmond, I'm telling you, it's great. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys a little true confession right now. Gregory, not my real last name. I changed my name because I got a lot of teasing in high school. My real last name was Skirvin. Does anybody here know what it's like to be called scurvy all through high school? It's a fucking disease, people. It's like rickets. I'm telling you, if I was a pirate or a sailor, it would have been fine, but no, I'm not a pirate, I'm not a sailor. I'm just a strange girl with a weird last name. That is why my name is Chris Gregory now, and not Chris Skirvin. Yeah, so I was a little weird in high school, it's true, and I would do things to get my friends to feel sorry for me so they liked me better. I used to tell these stories, you know. I told them that my mom would tie me to the back of the car and make me run behind her car up and down the street to lose weight. It was like my mom's weight loss program, you know. Not eating broccoli or laying off the potato chips or anything like that. It was running behind her AMC Hornet up and down the street. And my friends were all like, oh my God, no way, are you kidding? That's horrible. And they liked me better. And that's really all that matters. So I learned early on to be a creative liar from my mom. So I remember this one time, it's probably like 10 or 11. My brother was probably 8 or 9, and my mom decided she's gonna leave me in charge and go to the grocery store. Now, before anybody like goes to call the police or anything, this was a long time ago before you couldn't leave your kids alone without somebody calling Child Protective Services, okay? So she leaves me alone, and you know, I'm in my room and I'm probably cutting out pictures of like Wonder Woman or Bionic Woman or Charlie's Angels, because you know, they were my role models. That golden lasso of truth was hot, I'm gonna tell you. The whole Bionic Woman with the bionic ear, like, whoo, can you hear me? So, you know, my brother, Eddie, probably off playing with Hot Wheels or playing with himself. I don't know what the hell he was doing, because apparently I was keeping a real good eye on him that night. So my mom comes home, you know, 20 minutes, half an hour later, and she's putting groceries away in the kitchen, and I hear her yell, "You kids, get your asses in here right now!" So we both run in there, and she's standing with the refrigerator door open, and she says, "Who drank the Hawaiian punch?" And she looks at me, and I look at her, and she looks at my brother, and I look at my brother, and he's got a big old Hawaiian punch stain right here on his lip. Kind of like Heath Ledger in The Joker, you know, when he played the Joker in Batman? Kind of just like that. And Eddie says, "I didn't drink it." And I said, "I didn't drink it." And my mom says, "We're gonna have to call the police. I think there was a robber in the house." And of course, I know that Eddie drank the fucking Hawaiian punch. Right there, the evidence is all over his face. No pun intended, of course. So my mom promptly picks up the phone, and I'm like, oh my God, there's been a robber in the house, because I really for a minute think this in my head. She picks up the phone and she calls who I think are the police. I find out years later she actually just called my dad at work. "Oh my God, officer, yeah, there's been a robber here. Yeah, they drank all of our Hawaiian punch." "Yes, oh, I don't know." And my brother Eddie starts shaking so bad, And all of a sudden he just goes, I did it! I drank the Hawaiian Punch! My mom always got her man. So anybody have like weird parents out there who have like these bizarre things that they say, you know, like, yeah, my mom, whenever we were in trouble, she'd say, I'm gonna jerk a knot in your ass. And for the life of me, I could not figure out what the hell that meant. Like, is my ass a rope? Is it gonna be a knot? I'm not really sure. So, I don't know. It was just one of those things, and I could never understand why in the world, you know, she was gonna jerk a knot in my ass. But anyway, so one other thing about phrasing, phraseology kind of thing, I had a business partner once who was the queen of phrasing, phraseology, mixing metaphors and analogies. She actually did 7 years hard time in Ohio women's prison, but that's a whole other story. And it has nothing to do with being a lesbian. She was married to my brother for a minute. Anyway, she was the queen of mixing stuff up. You know, she'd be like, that woman's a real piece of art, when she meant to say that's a real piece, she was a real piece of work. Or, you gotta keep your nose to the grindstone, which was kind of a combination of keep your nose to the ground, or keep your ear to the ground and keep your nose to the grindstone. But my favorite one was when she said, I'm gonna join up on eHarmony, and I'm gonna, you know, put my profile out there, but I feel like I'm kinda old, you know, I'm no spring potato. And I said, spring potato? Don't you mean spring chicken? She said, well, I don't know, you know, spring potato, potatoes are Irish, and I'm Irish, so I guess that's it. Spring potato, I could be a spring potato. That's it, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you.